So I just met a multimillionaire in a hot tub, and he shared 3 pieces of life advice with me that I'm going to share with you. To be clear, I don't spend all that much time with multimillionaires or in hot tubs, but I was on vacation and I got lucky, so now I have a story to tell. This guy had started 2 companies. He had about 100 people working for him, and maybe he was lying about all that, but he had a real big gold chain in the hot tub, so I think it was legit. His first piece of life advice was about Cracker Barrel, and he didn't actually mean to give this as life advice. He was just talking about how much he liked Cracker Barrel. But the thing is, he had eaten at all sorts of really fancy restaurants. Remember, the guy's very wealthy. He can afford to eat anywhere. Why does he love Cracker Barrel? It's because what he ate growing up, and he still loves it and he still appreciates it. And he didn't let his fancy restaurant experiences take away the joy that he gets from the simple things that he used to eat. And that's the lesson. That, yeah, it's nice to get good stuff. It's nice to add new pleasures to your life. But if you don't have contentment, if you don't practice gratitude for what you have, if you lose the ability to enjoy what used to bring you pleasure, then you get caught on this hedonic treadmill where you're always seeking the next thing and you can never be satisfied by what you actually have. He had learned how to be satisfied with what he actually had, and that helped him much more than all of the new things that he could afford from his wealth. His second life lesson was about sacrifice. He talked about all of the sleepless nights that he had had building his business, all of the grief he had had when he first had to let somebody go, all the struggles to make payroll in the early days. And he talked about what he wants to do once he retires. And he realized that he couldn't leave his business to his son. Obviously, he loves his son, he respects his son, but he realizes that his son will never love the business the way that he does because the son never sacrificed for the business. And we love that which we sacrifice for. And so he wanted to support his son to build his own thing that the son could love because the son could sacrifice for it. And then he was going to find a way to maybe leave his business to his employees or something like that. The things that you sacrifice for are the things that you love. That is his second lesson. And his final lesson came when it was time to leave the hot tub, and his wife was cold, and so he went and he got a bathrobe for his wife so she could leave without having to get cold. And even though he was this very successful guy, it was not beneath him to serve his wife. It was not beneath him to show his love and care for her in this simple way. And that is, I think, the third point of wisdom: humility and love. If you get too big of a head, if you stop being able to sacrifice and care for the people in your life, then you have lost no matter how much money you made. But he retained his ability to love, he retained his ability to show care in small ways, and I think that that is why he seemed like such a happy guy. I don't know how many more multimillionaires I'm going to meet, but if you found this interesting, please like. And if you want to see the other stuff that I do, which is not typically like this, but might be other life advice, go ahead and follow. See you later.